Well, took a couple tries, but finally got this thing sandblasted. So let's have a little closer look at it. So the bottoms of the fenders cleaned up real nice. No holes, no nothing. Same thing with the bottoms of the doors. Yeah, the other side, same thing. Front end of this car is in really good shape. Yeah, the back end of the car, yeah, not so much. I ran out of sand, but I got the ugliest stuff blasted. Yeah, it's holes all through there. I'll have to put a piece in like that, piece in there. Got a bunch of little pinholes along the back. Same thing on this side, just not as bad. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess up here. It's all pinholes, holes along there. That's not even welded on. It's all Swiss cheese in there too. Up here, it's bad, but no worse than I expected. Got a few holes along there, but that's the only spot. Other side cleaned up nice. It all blew through up on top here. Back here, that's all rusted through. Clean that up. There's probably holes in behind that too. Piece in there. Yeah, there's little holes all over this thing. No big surprises over on this side either. It's a little better shape than the other side. Given the shape the rest of the car is in, if these quarters never got changed, that floor would be just like brand new. It just started rusting up here, the water got in and just rotted out the trunk. So the way I'm going to do this, these are the holes for the moldings. So the way I usually do this, seeing as I have to make all the pieces, I just work in between the holes. I'll clean this up, repair the back piece, and then just put a piece in over the top and just work in between the holes and just slowly work my way around. It'd be nice to replace the quarters, replace this, replace that, replace, but most of these parts you can't get, and this car's just not worth it. It's going to cost a fortune. So gonna do this way and just work my way through it, make it all nice and solid again. So everything's all covered up again. You got 2 layers of lumber wrap. We get some sheet metal, piece of plywood. That should work. I really do not want to put a top on this thing. So I've been trying to figure out what this is supposed to look like through here. You look back here, you got that small little body line. Just goes along, disappears. Then it kind of reappears along here. Follow it along. It looks like it just disappears when it gets to that hole. And there's just a little dip, probably where the molding ended. Yeah, you look on the other side, and it does the same thing. It just fades out, and there's the little dip for the end of the molding. So I guess that's how it goes. It just fades out. Okay, so we got the body line figured out. Now the next thing, how are we going to make it? If I had a bead roller, this would be easy, but don't have one, so have to improvise. What I do have, one of these things. It punches a little flange, just like that. And if you look, that's pretty close. I mean, close enough. So that'll work good, but the problem is it's not deep enough. If you flip it over like that, that'll work. Barely, but it'll work. So that'll do across the back. And it'll work up here as long as we're not going over the edge, which is just this first patch. Everything back here, I have to do that a little different, but this will work to get started. So there's our patch. What we do, trace a line around it, then clean all this crap out of here and see what's left of in behind. So I cleaned up nice. I got a couple tiny little holes, nothing major. It's still nice and solid, and found part of the original quarter panel that they left behind. So let the games begin. So it's all welded up. It's all nice and solid again. I fished out as much quarter panel as I could. Time to weld the patch in and get this done. So there's our piece all welded in. Came out nice. Body line looks good. So now, it's got to repeat that process again, then again, and again, and again. So, you guys are going on time lapse, and I'm going to work. making progress. Getting there. Looking not too bad. Now we're down to this mess. So, issues. This, it looks like I'm gonna have to replace pretty much that whole corner. Like it's pinholes, and yeah, I'll probably end up placing it right up to there. Then there's this mess. There's supposed to be a seam running up like that. So pull this piece off, kind of see what's going on in there. But yeah, making this piece is going to be interesting. Definitely going to be a bunch of little pieces. But probably just something like that, and then probably up here somewhere. I gotta make the seam, put the body line in. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Told you there was a seam there. Oh, good job, boys. So I've been whittling away at this patch. It's getting there. So for the seam, the way I do it, just take the two pieces. I'll spot weld them together. And you flip it over. There's your seam. Just like that. That's how I do it. There's 10 million other different ways of doing it, but works for me. So I'm just going to continue. I got to put the body line in it and start trimming all this out. Then I got to make a piece for that and get all this trimmed out. And yeah, a little ways to go yet. So our little patch panel's coming along. It's looking not too bad. It's not too bad till you stand back here and then you realize this, it's just a big curve. That seam is supposed to go like that, not like that. I'm going to take a break for right now. Okay, patch panel 2.0. Got everything trimmed out, lining up. And you come back here. It's got a nice curve to it now. So, yeah, that'll work. In case you're wondering why this is green, it's our roof skin off an old Maverick. Yeah. We fix Ford cars with Ford cars. So what I did the last time, just took the ruler, lined up that edge, just like that, and drew a line, bent it. Not a whole lot of difference. What are we talking? It's like 1/4 of an inch-ish. When you stand back here, that 1/4 of an inch turns into a mile. That's just weird. Either that or I'm just really tired, which could be it too. Whatever. Just gotta make sure I bend the right line. So there's our piece. It's all bent up, and the edge of it lines up dead center in this recess. So I guess that's where it's supposed to go. So, well, there you go. So there's our panel. Turned out pretty good. Body line came out nice. Seam looks good. the way I had to do it. I cut it, flanged it, and then welded it back together. Did that all the way around. That's how I do the seam. It's like that. Works pretty good. Turns out nice. I got the corner piece made. Fit in there nice. Yeah, just got to cut it out, weld it all back together. Inside looks pretty good. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. Once this is all done, I'm gonna spray rust proofing in there. But, yeah, the ugly part is just the overlap, just where the moisture can collect. So that's quarter panel done. Got everything all welded back together. Turned out pretty good. So you got the idea how this works. So just gonna continue on, section at a time, all the way around. So meet you guys over there. So I've been working my way across. Everything's been going good. That is till I got to here. Yeah. Can you say can of worms, boys and girls? Okay. This we knew about. This we didn't. And if you look, there's a rust hole there too. So. Over on this side we got rust hole there, we got pinholes in there. The piece underneath seems to be pretty good. So, looks like it's just there. But I think for this one, throw a brace in, seeing as I got to cut all this apart. And don't want anything to move. So. Yeah, that's not going to be fun, trying to get into there. And then there's this, and oh, that's got to get replaced. And oh yeah, this guy's getting a deal. So I've been cleaning this up, and yeah, we got holes. We got a bunch of holes. So that's not too bad. It's trying to get in there to fix this. It'd be a lot easier if this wasn't on here, but quarter panels are available, but by the time we get them here, they're like $2,000, which is definitely not in the budget. So gonna have to do it the hard way. So all the patching I'm gonna have to do is gonna be from this side, which isn't too bad. I gotta put a piece in there. When I cut this out, if I run the wheel in a little deeper, I can clean this off as well. And with that gone, I can weld from the other side, build that back up, and just, yeah, a little bit at a time. Yeah, she's an ugly one. So I've been working on this most of the day, but making progress. Got this all cleaned up. Got our holes welded up, and anywhere it was really deeply pitted, I built it back up with the welder. Got our pinholes welded up there. Got that all rebuilt. So working through our little window kind of worked pretty good. Kind of a goofy spot to get into, but it worked. Got a piece in there. Got a piece put in there. Got all those little pinholes welded up, and everything all cleaned up, looking the way it's supposed to. So yeah, just carry on. Well, that was fun. Yeah, that's all the rust holes fixed, welded up, cleaned up. It's all our little pieces back in. Turned out pretty good. So we now return to our regularly scheduled quarter panel repair. You're not going to believe this, but I think we're done. Yeah, this was definitely the worst side. But came out pretty good. So that's it for this one. Next round is going to be that mess. So, catch you on the next one.